Hi, you guys. Welcome to Too Much Tuesdays. This is where you come when life gets to be a little bit too much, and I give you easy energy tools so that you can handle whatever comes your way. You can flow. So, we've been talking about how to be happier. And today I'm going to talk about what I think is like the very heart of the matter. And I'm going to give you guys some really valuable, I think, secrets that I've learned, two secrets that I've learned kind of the hard way. And I want you to learn them the easy way by just hearing them, and some really useful tools, like always. You ready? So, we're going to talk about if it's even possible to be happy in like extreme crisis, like really a lot of challenges. Something like COVID, when your life completely changes and your kids' school life completely changes, and maybe you have loved ones who are sick or you're sick. Something like a really scary diagnosis for your child or your parent, your spouse, even yourself. Something like going through a divorce or a death in the family, something big. Is it possible to be happy at those times? To have happiness sometimes in the midst of extreme challenge? Well, you're probably not surprised. I think the answer is yes, it absolutely is possible. And then the next question is, well, how? So I want to give you some like evidence that it's possible. So I have a few proofs for you. Uh, One is when I think about who are maybe the two happiest people that I know, they both happen to have, both these dear friends of mine, happen to have cerebral palsy. They have CP. And that's a condition that has a lot of challenges. One of them uses a wheelchair, and they both have extremely full lives, great work experiences, family stuff, the same stuff as all of us have. And one uses a wheelchair, and the other, she doesn't use a wheelchair, but she's had more than 30 operations. I think she's lost count. More than 30 operations, most of them before she was 25 years old. These are like hardships. These are real challenges. And these women are happy. Like that's the first adjective I would say for them. It's not the only adjective though, because they're also the among the first people that I go to when I need someone to really listen, really accept. And so they are, what I notice is they are accepting of all of their feelings. So this is something that I had to really learn, kind of like I said, the hard way. So my husband has been battling cancer, a pretty virulent form of cancer, for 4 years. He has successfully battled it, and he is now well. I'm so grateful for this. Our whole family is so grateful for this. He just a couple of weeks ago finished his final maintenance chemo. If you know anyone with cancer, you guys, it's a long, long haul, and it's hard. There's many different aspects of this that are hard. The disease itself is hard, and the treatments are hard too. And so I had to learn to see and accept all of my feelings. I had a habit that I thought was a good habit, so it was tricky. And tell me if you have had this habit as well. I had a habit of rejecting my feelings that I felt were negative. Like, no, that's anger. I shouldn't have anger. I should be grateful. I'm going to put that somewhere else. Oh, that's sadness. I shouldn't be sad. I should be in a positive mindset. I'm going to store that sadness away somewhere. And where? Where does the sadness or anger go if we won't recognize it, if we won't find a way to express it and let it flow through us? It gets stuck in our bodies. So that then we have this anger or sadness or resentment or whatever it is, like somewhere in our throat. Do you feel your feelings in your throat sometimes? Somewhere in our heart, somewhere in our gut, somewhere in our shoulders and our lower back. We store these feelings if we don't allow for them. But the reason I'm talking about this in my How to Be Happier series in the first place is that if you allow your emotions that you feel like maybe they're negative, if you allow yourself to have them and process them through, then you'll be able and ready to have the emotion of happiness, because your psyche won't be nudging you. But I feel this, but I really feel this. I feel this. You didn't hear me. It's just like if you had a child in the back. So let's say you're driving a car and your child is in the back seat. And if you don't have a kid, it's the kid you're babysitting for that you love, or it's your niece or grandniece or something. But let's say there's a little girl that you really care about in the back seat, and she says, "I'm hungry," and you know that you don't have any food right now. You'll be home in 10, 15 minutes. You have nothing to give her right now. Do you ignore her? You could. And what would happen if you ignored her, just kept driving because you don't have any food right now, you don't have time to stop? She would say it again, right? "I'm hungry." I said, "I'm hungry. I'm hungry." You probably wouldn't ignore that little girl that you love. You would say to her, "Oh, you feel hungry? Sorry, honey, I don't have any food right now. We'll be home in 15 minutes. But I'm hungry. What do you want when we get home? Do you want me to make you a sandwich or an apple and peanut butter?" You take care of her. You have to take care of your emotions in a very similar way. You either allow them and express them when you feel them, or maybe you're at work, or maybe you're caring for your loved one who's sick right now and you can't, but you can go, "Wow, I feel some sadness or some anger or whatever coming up, exhaustion, grief, whatever it is. I feel that. I'm going to take a long bath tonight and have a good cry," or whatever it is. You just have to feel it to heal it, you guys. You really do. You have to name it to tame it. So that is secret number one. I have 2 secrets for you today in how to be happier. How to be happier in the face of extreme crisis. Secret number 1, look the truth in the face. Don't avoid it. Feel your feelings. It takes a lot of courage to do this. A lot of mind, body, spirit healing people like me, the crowd that I hang out with, a lot of people will say, keep a positive mindset. There's a lot out there about being positive right now and keeping a high vibration. And that's cool. And I wish I could 100% of the time. I wish I could just be in a positive mindset. I think that's great that you are somehow doing that. But I say that it's impossible to feel and act positive all the time. I say that that's relentless, and that that's spiritual bypassing, actually, and that it's not a good idea. And why are people so afraid of, whoops, in the face? It's going on and on. Look, sadness or anger, and that's okay with you, then you'll be able to have that feeling of happiness also when it's happiness's turn. And we're going to get, in a little while, we're going to get to 2 tools, of course, I'm going to give you, and I'm going to walk you through, that you can use every day, whether you're in extreme crisis or not, but I think a lot of us are. And then a bunch of just hints for things that can help you to be happy, even when you don't feel happy in the first place. Okay, so that's secret number 1. Look the truth in the face. You have to be brave, but I know you are, because you're still here. It takes courage just to live. Here you are. You can do it. You can feel your feelings. The secret number 2, I think this is harder. Don't live in the past or in the future. Have you ever noticed that that's where we are really kind of most of the time, most of us? We're thinking about what did happen, or we're thinking about what's going to happen. We feel bad about what did happen. We feel worried about what might happen. There's nothing that you can do about the past right now. It's probably not making you happy to live in the past. It's impossible to go back and be happier. It's also impossible to make yourself be happy sometime in the future, right? I mean, this is easy to see. The only place that we have any control over is the present now. I do think it's challenging to stay in the present. And of course, I have a tool for you to do that, we're going to do in just 1 minute. So we have 2 challenges: to see the truth and feel our feelings, and to stay in the present moment. And the 2 energy tools that I have for you are things that we've talked about before, but I'm going to tell you how to apply them specifically to being happy in crisis. And the first is meditation. It's visualization. It's not as hard as you might think. It's easy, and we're going to do it right now. We're going to focus on our body one part at a time. I'm going to kind of walk you through this, and I want you to think and see, actually feel what it is that each part of your body, starting with your head, is feeling right now. And you're just going to name it, and you're going to tell your body, I'll walk you through it. I see that you have this, whatever it is, sadness. I see that you have this feeling of confusion, and it's okay. And I am giving you love from the universe. And then you're just going to visualize absorbing that love like golden light into that part of your body. And then we're going to move on to the next part of your body. Okay. So that keeps you in the present moment. It also gives you a little bit of practice already in feeling your feelings that are actually there, because that's the secret, you guys. It really is. And it's, this is what they call mindfulness. Just going through your day and knowing what it is that you're feeling and accepting it and going forward anyway. So that's the first tool, and we're going to do it. And I want you to just, as we go through, if there is a really big, strong feeling that just makes you like, okay, wait, I'm going to cry, or I'm going to scream, or I want to scream, we're going to then use the second tool on that. So you just kind of let it be for a few minutes, and we're going to come back to the super strong feelings. Okay. All right. So close your eyes for a minute. Take a nice deep breath in. Try to sit kind of straight if you can. Throw your shoulders back. It just gives you a nice line, to connect, feel your connection to the universe. And I want you to just start at the top of your body, starting with your head. Just go into your head and your mind's eye. Take a peek. See what's in there. What is going on? I'm going to be quiet for a moment so you can take a peek, and I'm going to do the same. Just imagining, visualizing what's in your head. And then you just say, I'll use myself as an example, I see the flow and also the chaos that you have had. I see that flow and I see some chaos, and it's okay. And I give to you love from the universe. And I'm visualizing like a golden light coming into my head, every cell, every molecule, all around my face and my head, my jaw. And I'm feeling that golden light. I'm imagining it coming in from the universe, swirling around through every cell in my head. What you feel your responses, all that you And then you just imagine that golden light and love coming to every cell of your neck and shoulders from the universe. Now let's go into your heart and lung area. See what's in there. You might say something like, I see that grief and so much compassion that you have, heart. I see the sorrow that you're carrying, lungs, and it's okay. And I give you love from the universe, and see that golden light pouring from all directions into your heart, front and back, heart and lung area. And go down to your guts, all those organs, that sort of solar plexus and second chakra, if you know the chakras area, together. What do you see there? What do you feel there? Maybe some anger, some real fear. So you just name it. I see some feelings of fear and anger, a little worry. I see you. And it's okay. And I give you love from the universe. And you just imagine that golden light coming into every cell, front and back, to that second and third chakra area, all through your gut. And then your root chakra, that's like your genitals and like your excretory, is that how you say it? Excretory organs. That's your root chakra. It's rooting you to the ground, to the earth, where you are now. What do you feel there? Is it strength? Or does it feel like you're pulling back because you're afraid to be on the earth? Whatever it is, I see that root chakra. I see anger. I see fear. I see solidity. And it's okay. And I give you love from the universe, imagining that golden light coming up and in from all sides, flowing all through you, and flowing down your legs and your feet as well. And see what your legs and your feet are carrying. They hold you up. They might be feeling kind of like your shoulders and neck felt. It's a lot of responsibility. They might feel that they have to legs and feet. Now, if there were, so that's a very simple little visualization meditation. You can take yourself through it at any time. What did it take? Like 5 minutes. And you can also, as you move through your day, the more you meditate, the more you become just mindful throughout your day. And that's what you want. So you don't have to be off in some corner meditating for half an hour to be happy or to be peaceful. You can take it through your day. You can walk or eat or work in a mindful way. And that keeps you anchored in the present, where it's possible to be happy instead of being anchored in the past or in the future. So if there were some really strong emotions that came up, we're going to tap them out right now, okay? So if you had, let's say you had some real anger in your heart chakra. You looked in your heart and you saw, wow, I see some, like a lot of love, a lot of compassion, and then some anger because what's going on right now in my life feels unfair. And it's just a feeling. It's very subjective how we decide if something is fair or not, right? but it's a feeling. And so you can take and tap it out like we've talked about before. So start right here, halfway between the knuckle and the end of your hand there. Just take 2 fingers and tap and say, even though I have this feeling of anger in my heart, it's just a feeling, and it's okay for me to have it. That's simple. You don't rush to the remedy for it. You don't even rush to the lesson. I'm all about learning lessons because that's what our souls are here to do, and it really helps to figure out, why did I want all this in my life? What lesson am I trying to learn? But we're not doing that right now when we're talking about just our feelings. We're just seeing our feeling and tapping it through so that we can release it without repressing it, without denying it, without pretending and hoping we don't have it at all. Okay? So we're just, even though I have this feeling of anger in my heart, it's just a feeling, and it's okay that I have it right now. Say it 3 times. Even though I do have this feeling of anger in my heart, it's just a feeling, and it's okay for me to have it right now. I think it can go away. Okay? Anything you want to say. It's just like, I accept that I have this feeling. Make sure you don't say, even though I am angry. It'll still work even if you say that. But you aren't angry. It's just a feeling that you have. And that's important for happiness, to know that these are just feelings that pass through us. We aren't anger itself. We aren't fear itself. We aren't depression or anxiety itself. These are feelings. People have them. You can pass through it, okay? You can let it pass through you. So top of the head, just tap. Even though I have this feeling of anger in my heart, just a feeling. It's okay to have feelings. I accept myself even though I have these feelings. Then go to the eyebrow right here. What we're doing is tapping different meridian points. And this is communicating with your amygdala, that little fight or flight center in your brain. And it's going to help you to just allow these emotions to pass through you without freaking out about them. Just let them pass through. Name it to tame it, okay? This feeling of anger that I have. And then the side of the eye. Even though I have this feeling of anger. I do. I have a feeling of anger. It's okay. It's okay to have feelings. I accept myself. And then right under the eye. Even though I have a feeling of anger, sometimes, right now, in my heart, I accept it, just a feeling. Under the nose. Even though I have this feeling, the feeling of anger, I accept it. I accept myself. Right on the chin. Even though there is a feeling of anger. Yeah, it's there. I accept myself anyway. And then you find your collarbones. There are these little bony notches right here. Go about 1 inch down and then about 1 inch across. You'll feel like a little indentation. Tap right there. Nice to breathe sometimes. Even though I have this feeling of anger. It's just a feeling. It's okay to have feelings. And then under your arm, you can go like this. You can go like this. Either way, let me show you here. About 4 inches under the deepest part of your armpit. Even though I have this feeling of anger. It's okay. Just a feeling. And you will notice as you keep tapping through the points that feeling, whatever it is, starts to dissipate. And you can even track it if you want. Even though I had a feeling it was 8 on the scale of 10, it was really strong and it's still there. Now it feels like a 6. Even though I have this anger that's about a 6 in my heart, it's just a feeling. Even though I do have this anger, this feeling of anger, it's just a feeling. It's okay for me to have feelings. I understand. Most people would be angry. I accept myself. I love myself. Different things will come up, and you might start even processing, collarbone points, you might even start processing and finding what is more like a lesson or what is more like a feeling that you would love to have. Like, even though I do have this anger, it'll start to go down more and more. Let's say it's at like a 3 now. Even though Oh, I have this anger only at a 3. I also have a sense of, oh, compassion for myself. That's new. Even though I have this anger, I also have this compassion. I see. I have anger and I feel compassion for myself because I can see it's hard. I can see how I might be a little angry about what's going on. Okay? This is how you do it, guys. This is how you get to happiness. You feel what's really happening. You're not afraid of it. You don't deny it. You face it with courage and bravery, and you process it through. You let it go through. EFT tapping is an amazing and pretty fast and effective tool that you can use to process through your emotions. Maybe you have other techniques that you use. And this meditation and mindfulness is also really key to staying happy, having periods of true happiness in your day, your week, your life, even at times of extreme crisis. So, by the way, of course, you can always ask any questions in the comment area. And I told you I'd give you some little tools, some little hints, to use because I researched this like I usually do for you, you guys. And they actually have researched what helps make people happy. So, I'm going to tell you a few things. One is, you might have heard this before in this time of COVID, we've all gotten very aware of this, to go outside. When we're cooped up indoors, we just get crazy. Go outside if you can and walk. Exercise is fabulous for boosting happiness, boosting endorphins, taking down cortisol. But even if you can't go out and do some big form of exercise, you can walk probably. Take a nap. Most Americans are so sleep deprived, and it again has been proven that it is hard to be happy when you are exhausted. Get some more sleep at night. If that's impossible, and I get that, lie down for half an hour. Take a nap. Even if you can't totally go to sleep, even just resting is delicious. It's almost like meditation. Use vanilla scented candles or essential oils. Vanilla scent will help you feel happier. Watch an old movie that you loved. Go through old photo albums or old family videos if those are going to make you happy. Only if you don't have a lot of negative memories there. But that's been proven to help people to feel happier. One thing that they keep proving over and over actually is that if you do something kind for someone else, it helps you to be happier. They've proven that that makes you happier than shopping, for example. Buying something, even something that costs $5 for someone else, makes you a lot happier than buying something for yourself. Do something for someone else that would be a great thing, a charitable thing. You can donate even $10 to a cause, or you can put on Facebook that you donated, and would anybody else like to donate to this great cause? Do something for other people makes you happier. Draw or write poetry or sing or play music. Any kind of art makes you happier, even if you're super bad at it. Nobody has to hear or watch it. It's for you. Talk to a friend, phone a friend. We all need that sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, well, I don't want to call anybody because I'll just depress them. My friends tell me over and over, you can call me when you don't feel great. It's okay. You can. You don't want to be constantly, call the person who calls and brings everybody down. But you can actually say, hey, I kind of need to vent right now. Are you up for that for 5 or 10 minutes, or not at the moment? Make sure the other person is okay to hear it, and then, trust them. Let them into who you really are. Borrow a dog or a kid if you don't have one, and play. Play is important. Take a bubble bath. Let yourself relax. I would say go for a massage because that's proven to boost your happiness, but maybe it's too expensive. Maybe you can't fit it into your schedule, but you can probably take a bath. Eat some fruit with just a little bit of dark chocolate, proven to boost your mood, both of those things. Watch funny videos, but don't go on social media. Just Google funny cat videos or whatever it is without getting pulled into social media, because that has not been proven to boost your happiness. So you guys, I do know that it is possible and doable to be happy, even in the face of extreme crisis. I hope that I've helped you out with that today. You can always go to beyondyourbelief.com and put your name and email in there. You get a whole transformation toolkit with all of these tools and even more. And you can always email me for a session or just for a chat at tara@beyondyourbelief.com. So thank you for joining me here today. Oh, and if you or anyone that you know likes these Too Much Tuesdays, but you can't tune in at 12:30 on Tuesdays, 12:30 Eastern, and these stay on my Facebook page, but I know that with all the other stuff, they can be hard to find. So all these Too Much Tuesdays are now on my YouTube channel at Tara Greenway, okay? And I'm also on social media, of course, Tara_Greenway, you will find it. So thank you for joining me, and be happy.